Welcome everybody back again to All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection. This meeting is for anybody who wants to network here. Our focus is on military veterans, first responders, their families, or anybody who wants to do business to business networking with us. I myself am not a veteran, but I have had three kids serve and my parents served, and um, so I'm here as a supporter and as a family member. So for the next 50 something minutes of our meeting here, just give everybody a heads up what's happening. We start each meeting with a moment of silence, and then we have the Pledge of Allegiance, a national anthem video. I'll talk a little bit about what the scuttlebutt.club is and how to use it to register for meetings or invite people. And then we have our business briefs, and everybody will get their 60 seconds to tell us about yourself and your business and how we can help you. Whatever you want to talk about, that's your 60 seconds. And then we're gonna have a very special hero highlight today that I pulled together last minute here. And then the spotlight speaker was supposed to be Terry, but she's having some troubles with her voice. She can handle being co-host, but we're gonna put her on next week. We're swapping weeks. um, and then we end the meeting with an inspirational thought and announcements and reminders. So I see we're letting in about three other people. So
You must not make me co-host because I can't let anybody in.
oh, you can't. Let me fix that.
Recording in progress. I don't know who's all in here now.
Okay, you are
Okay.
close now. So, okay. I just didn't want to have everybody in the middle of a moment of silence piling in and wonder what's going on. So let's start with a moment of silence. Okay, so we start each meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able to stand, this is a good time to do that. And holler out if you do not hear the guy on this video doing the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the
Allegiance, the
flag
flag
of the
of the
United
United
States of
States of
America
Of
America,
America.
and to the
And to
republic
the
for
republic
which it
for
stands,
which it stands.
one
One
nation,
nation.
under God,
God.
indivisible,
Invisible.
with liberty
With
and
liberty and
justice for all.
justice for all.
now for the next. I like that one.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, so the scuttlebutt.club, if you put that in your browser, it's going to bring up what you see here on the computer screen on the right, and it has the Zoom registration link. If you use this to invite people to the meeting, be sure to tell them to use the email that they set up their Zoom account with, not their alignable account, and in case it's different. And it says it right there, but people don't read that. And then it has our meeting agenda so people know what to expect when they come to the meetings. There's also a spotlight speaker form, and I really encourage everybody to go on there, put in your information, pick as many dates as you possibly can. So it makes it easier for me to schedule. And if I end up having to reschedule, if you've already chosen that date, I can say, hey, can you fill in for somebody who can't do it? So there's also a link to our Facebook group, our YouTube channel, and our Alignable group, and a calendar link to schedule as a one-to-one with me if you would like to just have questions about uh, how to plan for your presentation. So now it's time for our business briefs, and I'm going to turn this part of the meeting over to our, whoops, did not mean to do that, to our faithful co-host, Terry Moore. Let me stop sharing so we can all see each other. Woo, we got a group. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Angela. I think I have everybody listed in here. All righty. So what we're going to do for everyone that's new on this call is just tell us who you are, what you do, and what kind of referrals are you looking to need help with, so we can make sure that we understand exactly what your needs are. Please put your information in the chat. And I am going to start with Mary Ann.
Well, thank you. And, Angela had a really good point earlier. She said, and people don't read that, right? Well, that's not the only thing people don't read. Most people don't read ingredients, and most people don't know that most products you use have long-term preservatives in them, which means they're around for more than 1 to 2 years. And 90% of things that have long-term preservatives have actually carcinogens that are cancer-causing agents in them. So knowing when your products are made and how long they're supposed to be is really important. The second thing is, do you actually know when your products were made? You can see an expiration date that has absolutely nothing to do with the born on date. Most products that you use and that you eat were made somewhere between 6 months and 6 years prior. Everything at Melaleuca was made in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Do you want fresh products that are safe? Talk to me.
Okay, thank you, Mary Ann. Okay, let's go with Natalie.
Good afternoon. I'm so pleased to be here. My name is Natalie Thurman, as you can read, and I am a Shaklee ambassador, which means that I help people live healthy and live younger longer. If you know someone who is having chronic pain and inflammation, I would like to introduce a friend of mine, Dr. Tanya Hardig, who will have her monthly webinar this Thursday evening at 8:30 EST on chronic pain and inflammation. If that sounds good to you or someone you know, please have them reach out to me so that I can gift you a ticket to attend her webinar, which of course is on Zoom, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Thursday evening, March 19. Thank you.
Thanks, Natalie. You can also announce that at the end too when we do the events, so people can have that refreshed in their mind. Okay, I hope I don't botch your name up. Tawana?
Tatiana.
Tatiana, excuse me.
No, it's okay. No worries. My name is Tatiana, and I am a virtual assistant, and I help small business owners get their time back. And I work with doing general administrative work. And then I also specialize in bookkeeping. So I help them get their financials together and have them organized and ready to go come tax time for their accountants.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay.
She's in my
Okay.
backyard though, right?
Yes, but I live in Texas, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go over to the men's side. Let's go with Joshua first.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua Carson. I'm a 44-year-old Army veteran, and I now do audio production with a bachelor's in science for audio production through Full Sail University. I just obtained this May. So anybody that needs any audio for your business, like a commercial or anything like that for radio or TV, I can also do music. I do audio for games. I can implement it using WWise. I've been trained in that. I use multiple DAWs like Pro Tools, Logic Pro, Ableton Live, you know. So any audio needs that you or your business needs, let's go.
Hey, Joshua, what's your sign say behind you?
My sign say behind me? Oh, that's my label I'm trying to get off the ground.
That's like
Calibrate Productions.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm
Thank
in
you.
Colorado, but I'm originally from California.
Okay, let's go with Jay. Where's Jay? Where's Jay? Jay, there's Jay.
There we go. Had to find my unmute. Thank you. Hi, Jay Pullen. I'm focusing on working with people with chronic conditions. About 75% of the population does. 50% have two or more. Um, it's a nutraceutical. It is not a nutritional supplement, so you need to be going to these other folks for your nutrition, which is very important. But this product works completely different. It's working with the nervous system, and it covers an extremely important element of the healing process, which is the vagus nerve, and it takes you into that rest and restore place, which is where you really need to be for maximum healing. So if your nutrition is not quite taking care of it, check me out.
Great. Just make sure you put your information in the chat, please. All
Okay.
right, let's go with Greg, the multi-entrepreneur.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Greg Boone. I offer a portfolio of services with ACN, Impact Health Sharing, and More Mito, which I'm mostly focused on right now is More Mito. I am passionate about helping people and their pets thrive at the cellular level, and I am on a mission to help rescue horses from slaughter. I am proud to share that a portion of every sale helps fund that mission. And I'd love to invite everyone to be a guest on my new podcast, For Pet's Sake, with the help of Kurt Roskoff. And just come on there and we'll have a good time. Thank you.
Thanks, Kurt. Greg, sorry. All right, let's go with Rick.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Cram in Massachusetts, just west of Boston by about half an hour. Have you ever noticed if you're in pain or feeling overwhelming pressure in any aspect of work of life, it has a unique way of hijacking your focus, sapping your energy, and it can even get to the point of frustrating your hope. My first book, Plan to Be Your Best as You Navigate Pain, introduces the Plan to Be Your Best framework for identifying your own unique resilience. And even when you're exhausted, finding wonderful ways of refreshing your resilience so that you can win back time and time again, win back your focus, spark new positive energy for bouncing back and moving forward. I'll work with organizations, high impact leaders, and some of the people who are living with chronic pain like myself.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rick. Let's go with Mike.
Right. I'll take this minute to talk about the sense of community that we have here with Stars and Stripes. Last week, I attended a speaker's practice room, and somebody told the story about leaving footprints in the sand and being an analogy for the legacy you leave behind in life. I listened, I said, this is a great story. I said, wait a minute. This is my story. I told it at a summit last month and somebody copped it, stole it, and read it back to me. I was furious. At the end, as I asked her, I didn't call her out because she would have denied it. So I asked her if she had been to the summit. She said, no, I think she has. I'll catch her in the act. I was furious. I went to my next event, which is a Smart Connect. I said, I need something, a calming effect immediately. My first breakout room was with Santa Papa John. The only thing, I'm just not angry anymore, but I'll get over it. My name is Mike McQuillan, certified world-class speaking coach, and I tell stories worth stealing.
Thank you, Mike. That was very entertaining. Okay, let's go with Kurt.
There we go. That rings to my ears. Let's go with Kurt. I'm Kurt Roskoff, aka Special K, here to brighten up your day. So let's get underway. Hooray! I'm a podcaster, and oh, I have some reports for you today. I put in the chat at the 12-minute mark in this meeting, For Pet's Sake by Greg Boone featuring Ruben Carrillo. Check it out. We were displaying all his artwork and all the things. And then have you seen Chad Stambaugh's shows? I put the links to both of them from last week in the chat. And then coming up to YouTube near you, check out in the chat, you're going to be able to see Ability MK Now, and we're going to have Natalie Thurmond on there. So we're really making those heroes connections right here and getting them all over the World Wide Web through YouTube. And my host, Sue Roskoff, my wife, hosts those shows. Let's get you on there. Back to you.
Thanks, Kurt. Let's go with Chad.
Yes, I had a great time on Kurt's show last Wednesday. For people like Angela who wanted to hear more about my paranormal escapades, that's a good link to click on and listen to what I had to say. Everybody enjoyed it. I loved talking with his wife, Sue. It was really fun. And yeah, I own CS Designs Marketing, and we like to help out small and medium-sized businesses with pretty much anything you need.
Okay. And where are you located, Chad?
I'm in Fresno, California.
Okay. All righty. Thank you. Let's go with Barry.
Good afternoon, folks. Barry Street from not so sunny South Florida, Palm Beach. Imagine if the water that came from your kitchen taps could become one of the most powerful wellness tools in our homes. Be incredible, wouldn't it? The technology that I deal with from Japan takes ordinary tap water and turns it into the healthiest water you could ever have, filled with molecular hydrogen, one of the strongest antioxidants and anti-inflammatories known to science. Who do you know who is suffering from chronic ailments that just by changing their water could actually change their life? Remember, your health is your ultimate wealth. Thank you.
Thanks, Barry. Where are you located?
Palm Beach.
That's
Palm
right.
Beach,
You
Florida.
said that. Yeah. All right. Let's go with Santa.
How's everybody doing? You survived the weekend. I hope it was fabulous for everybody. I had so much fun this weekend. I met so many great new people. What does Santa do after Christmas? Right here. I'm a storyteller, and I'd love to tell stories to your families, to your businesses, but more importantly right now, nursing homes, senior care centers, group homes with autistic children, because they deserve to smile and giggle and laugh just as much as anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have another website for our veterans, and thank you for all the veterans that are here. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. The Warriors Beacon of Hope. Yes, I'm creating a website that is building slowly and positively every day, where I've got services that will help veterans. I've got meetings, because you can't go searching for meetings online and say, I want a meeting just for veterans. Scholarships. Veterans have children and grandchildren that are going to school. And the new one that is just developing, I've got a travel agent that says she's got discounts specifically set up for veterans. So that'll be up and coming. So the Warriors Beacon of Hope is going to be a full service place for veterans. Thank you for your service. Thanks, Terry.
Santa, I'm so proud of you. You just growing like rocket ship.
I'm working on it.
Yes, you are. Daniel, let's go with you.
Thank you. And I'm calling in from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a guest of Kurt. A big surprise that Kurt invited somebody I know. So my name's Daniel Rubenstein. My company's called All In Entry, and we've all heard the expression, the fortunes and the follow-up. The best part about that statement, it's actually easier to get better at follow-up than it is at sales, and dramatically more profitable. I can show you how. Now, most businesses don't have a sales problem. They've got a follow-up problem where they're not organized with, we meet people and we got contacts in too many places. So we don't have one single place to check for everybody's contact information. That's the kind of role that my company does, is help you collect, combine, and clean up all your contacts into one coherent list. So if you're selling health-related products, it's a great way to reach more people more quickly. And if you're trying to help other people do that, it's also a great way to help them build their business. So have more to share with you. Let us help you get your sheet together.
Hey, thanks, Daniel. Alrighty, well, I'll go and then our fearless leader will go. Anyway, hi everyone. My name is Terry Moore, and I am a national storytelling speaker and a certified transformational coach. And so I help remove those excuses from why you're stuck. And those excuses can go as far back as 5 years old. And so I get in there and I help with childhood traumas and dramas and different things like that. So I am looking for anywhere, any place I can go to be on stages, churches, galas, fundraisers, women's retreats, anything like that. And very excited because I'm in a speakers bureau now, so God only knows what's going to take place in the next couple of months. But I'm always looking for referrals, and I'm also looking for people that are broken, that they just need somebody to hold their hand, be their cheerleader, and walk them through those emotional triggers. And I can almost guarantee my work that it will be, they'll be like, they will be, yeah, I will try this again. Their life will change forever. Thank you. Told you I'm having trouble talking today.
Yes, and for those who believe, let's be praying for Terry's voice and her moneymaker, because it's been a struggle lately, so because of the having been sick. Okay, and I'm actually I'm going to try to put most of my time towards my presentation, but I am putting a link in the chat. One of the many things I do, I teach people how money works, but I am in a challenge to get as many term life policy quotes done as I can. So I just put a link in, just go in, play with the numbers. And when you get done, you don't have to buy anything, you don't sign up for anything, but get a quote and have it emailed to you, and then forward that email to me so I can learn kind of the different dynamics that go into that and can also help other people. So I put that in the chat. Now I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. Thank you all for being brief with your business briefs. I don't know, for our hero highlight today, I don't know if any of you had heard about the service members that we lost over the weekend. And so that will be the hero highlight today. It's going to be a little bit longer than we usually do, but we have here a picture of them. And I'm going to read an article that I found that's sort of almost like a eulogy for these lovely people who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Starting with, it's an article written, or it's on the Military Times. It's written by Mark Scalfaro. The title of the article is "Radiant Mother from Kentucky was among 6 U.S. service members killed in air crash in Iraq." A woman raising 2 children was among the 6 U.S. service members killed last week when a military refueling plane involved in the war with Iran crashed in western Iraq. Tech Sergeant Ashley B. Pruitt, 34, hailed from a large family in Bardstown, Kentucky, and was very, very proud of her military career. Her husband, Greg Pruitt, said Sunday, "I'll give you something brief in a word. Radiant," he said in a phone interview, trying to hold back tears. "If there was a light in the room, she was it." Survivors include the couple's 3-year-old daughter and Sergeant Pruitt's stepson. Pruitt joined the military 9 years ago and had previously deployed overseas 3 times. She had nearly 900 combat flight hours and 2 associate's degrees from the Community College of the Air Force. Most recently, she had served with the 99th Air Refueling Squadron from Sumter Smith Joint National Guard Base in Birmingham, Alabama. She was an assistant flight chief of operations and was an instructor in operating the boom on the KC-135, which refuels other planes in midair so they can fly longer distances and sustain operations without landing. The aircraft, a crash in friendly airspace. The aircraft was supporting operations against Iran on Thursday in friendly airspace when an unspecified incident involving another aircraft occurred, according to U.S. Central Command. The other plane landed safely, U.S. military officials said. The crash is being investigated. The U.S. military identified the crash victims late Saturday. 3 were connected to the Sumter Smith Base and the 6th Air Refueling Wing at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida, and the other 3 were out of an Ohio Air National Guard base in Columbus. To lose a member of the Air Force family is excruciatingly painful, especially to those who know them as son, daughter, brother, sister, spouse, mom, or dad. U.S. Air Force Colonel Ed Suspanic, I don't know if I'm saying that right, commander of the 6th Air Refueling Wing, said in a news release, to lose them at the same time is unimaginable. Major General Matthew S. Woodruff, the Ohio adjutant general, called the 3 from Columbus remarkable airmen whose service and commitment embodied the very best of our Ohio National Guard. The Congressional Research Service says the Air Force last year had 376 KC-135s, including the 151 on active duty, 163 in the Air National Guard, and 62 in the Air Force Reserve. It has been in service for more than 60 years. I will see him in the smile of our son. Captain Seth R. Koval, 38, was an instructor pilot for the KC-135R Stratotanker with 19 years of service, according to the Ohio National Guard. A resident of Stoutsville, Ohio, he was an aircraft commander with the 121st Air Refueling Wing out of the Rickenbacker Air National Guard base in Columbus. The military said he had trained pilots in air refueling, aeromedical, cargo, and passenger operations. He grew up dreaming about becoming a pilot, and to stand beside him as he made his dreams come true was an honor, Koval's wife, Heather, said in a family statement posted on Facebook. Koval's wife described him as an amazing husband, father, son, brother, friend, and airman who was a loving, generous fixer of all things. The most important thing about him was that Jesus was his Lord and Savior, she said. I will see him in the smile of our son and carry him with me in every moment, she wrote. Koval was from Mooresville, Indiana, according to the U.S. government. He had a bachelor's degree in aviation operations from Purdue University and deployed 5 times in the past 12 years. Koval had more than 2,000 flight hours, including 443 in combat. The Ohio Guard said he was promoted to captain in 2022. A life defined by service, generosity, and love. Captain Curtis J. Angst, 30, was in the military for a decade after getting a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering from the University of Cincinnati. He enlisted in the Ohio National Guard in 2015, with deployments in 2015 and this year. He was doing what he loved most, flying and serving alongside the men and women he cared so deeply about, his family said in a statement posted on Facebook by his wife, Mary. Angst's family said his life was defined by service, generosity, and a genuine love for people. They described his passion for travel, the outdoors, and music, and said he made others feel welcome and valued with his constant smile and an instantly recognizable laugh. Those who knew Curtis remember his steady kindness and the joy he carried with him everywhere he went, the family said. Angst was a KC-135R pilot with the 166th Air Refueling Squadron and lived in Columbus. A statement about his death from the federal government indicated he was from Wilmington, Ohio. He had 880 flight hours, including 67 combat hours. He was promoted to captain in November. A new father and a new major. Major John A. Alex Klenner, 33, had just been promoted to major in January and had been deployed less than a week when the crash occurred. his brother-in-law said. The pilot left behind 3 small children, 7-month-old twins and a 2-year-old, according to his brother-in-law, James Harrell. Klenner was a graduate of Auburn University and an 8-year U.S. Air Force veteran from Birmingham, Alabama. He had just moved with his family into a new home. His wife, Libby Klenner, said in an Instagram post mourning his death. He was the chief of squadron standards and evaluations at the Birmingham Air Base. An outdoorsman who enjoyed hiking, Klenner was also ready to help others. When Harrell last saw him in January, Klenner had shoveled Harrell's vehicle out of the snow during a family wedding. Alex was one of those guys that had this steady command about him, said Harrell of Atlanta, who helped set up a GoFundMe site for Klenner's family. He was literally one of the most kindest giving people. Libby Klenner said in a post that her heart is broken for their children who will grow up not knowing their father. They won't get to see firsthand the way he would jump up to help in any way he could, she wrote. They won't see how goofy and funny he was. They won't witness his selflessness, the way he thought about everyone else before himself. They won't get to feel the deep love he had for them. He deployed 4 times since 2019 and had put in 362 combat hours and 181 combat support hours. A man with a ready smile. Tech Sergeant Tyler Simmons, 28, served with the Ohio Air National Guard's 166th Air Refueling Squadron as a boom operator, according to his Air Force biography. His mother, Cheryl Simmons, said Saturday that she was making funeral plans for her son, who lived in Columbus. In a statement obtained by WCMH-TV in Columbus, Tyler Simmons' family said they were saddened beyond measure. Tyler's smile could light up any room. His strong presence would fill it. His parents, grandparents, family, and friends are grief-stricken for the loss of life, they said. Simmons joined the Air Force in 2017 and earned an associate's degree from the Community College of the Air Force. He became a refueling specialist in 2022 and was made a technical sergeant in 2023. He deployed 3 times in the past decade and had 230 combat hours. Pilot with Birmingham, Alabama Squadron. Captain Ariana G. Savino, 31, was a pilot with the 99th Air Refueling Squadron, serving as its chief of current operations. She was responsible for the flying hour program and managing daily flight scheduling, among other duties. Savino from Covington, Washington, was a product of the Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps program at Central Washington University, earning an active duty commission in 2017. She served at bases in Georgia and Mississippi and had more than 300 combat hours. She was made captain in 2021. So I just wanted to have everybody get to know these amazing people who, I'm going to stop sharing for a second, who sacrificed their life. I actually made that through that without completely breaking down. But I think it's important that we really stop and think about when we are supporting veterans that everybody who's served laid their life on the line, even though it may not have been taken in whatever time they served, but these people laid down the ultimate sacrifice. And so feels kind of weird just to jump into my presentation, but hold on a second. Let me actually need to pull it up here. So today I am going to be speaking briefly. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time, but my presentation, I don't know if y'all can see this. Do you see it says credit basics? Good credit doesn't happen by luck. Oops. Okay. Do y'all see the notes or do you see the main screen?
I see you.
We don't see anything,
Yes.
Angela.
Okay, then I need to share. One moment. Too many moving parts and pieces. Let's see.
Changing screen shares is like black belt level Zoom meetings.
Oh, yeah. You're doing great, Angela.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I did a longer drawn out version of this presentation for my WealthWave group. Okay, do you all still see, does it just say credit basics?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
now it's fine. It's good.
I'm sorry, what?
It's good.
Okay, good. Okay, so Santa Papa John, can you set me, let's see, it's 3:43, set me 10 minutes. Oh, wait, no, let's see, 15 minutes. Yes, set me 12 minutes on the timer, and I'll try to keep an eye on that. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about credit because this is kind of how I started in entrepreneurship, other than I was in heavy equipment with my ex-husband for 23 years. When I came out of that, I got into credit repair, been doing it for about 8 years. And so I'm going to go really fast through this and try to get as much information out there as I can. I do free credit consultations with people, and if they do need credit repair, it is a tool that I have. I can refer them out. But most times people don't even need credit repair. They just need to know what they can do to improve their credit score. So what can good credit do for, I say our clients, this was actually for for WealthWave today. So I just real quick edited it for us. But so many job applications do a background check, and they do check your credit score. So somebody with a better score may get that job that you were hoping for. Also, it helps to get lower interest on homes and lower interest on if you buy a vehicle. And a lot of people don't realize it can help reduce your insurance rates and help you to be able to get a credit card, which helps with travel. Also, it can help you get low interest business loans and also personal loans. So how do credit pulls work? So there's 3 main credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And I recommend setting up a free account with each of these bureaus so that if something pops up, you can have notifications sent to you. If you see something derogatory pop up on your credit, you can go in and hit their dispute button, and about a third of the time it will permanently be removed. But that's only a third of the time, but 1 out of 3 is better than nothing. So, and there are some shyster credit card companies out there that will charge you a lot of money to do what you can do yourself. So, just go on there and dig in. You can also, I recommend ordering your credit report at least once a year through annualcreditreport.com, and that is free. And I also recommend getting an account with Credit Karma. There are other ones out there, but that's what I use and I'm familiar with. But I will tell you that their scores have been known to be, and I have actually seen them be off by as many as 100 points. So don't trust their points with how much they say your score is, but they're great for content. And you can get your FICO score usually through your bank. So let's say you go and you find a car, or you're going to go car shopping, you find a car that you want to buy, or you go house shopping. I recommend that you get pre-qualified with a mortgage lender before you actually look for a home. But either way, you're going to go through a whole song and dance with settling on a price with the car salesman, with his boss before they run in past their finance department, who then pulls your credit. Or with the property, you go to your mortgage person, who also has to run it past their underwriter to get your loan approved. They each have a system that they use to run your credit scores. through to decide if you'll get approved or not. The ones I'm familiar with is FICO, Vantage Score, Experian, and CFPB. And so that's the system that the finance department uses. Well, these systems pull your credit from either one, two, or sometimes all three of the main credit bureaus. So car dealers usually pull from Experian or Equifax. Mortgage lenders use what's called a median score. They take all of three of your scores, and rather than adding them together and dividing by three and giving your score, they actually take the lowest score and they throw it out, and they take the highest score and throw it out. And the one that's left in whatever the middle score was, that's considered your median score. And then their system either approves or denies you. So there may be some other hoops you have to jump through, especially with mortgage underwriters, but for the most part, this is a simplified explanation of the system. So what is a good credit score? Your score can be anywhere from 0 to 850. And those 4 scoring systems, they kind of gauge it differently, but the main one that you need to know about is FICO. That's what most people go by. Anything under 300 is considered no score. 300 to 579 is a poor credit. 580 to 669 is fair credit. 670 to 739 is good. 740 to 799 is very good credit. And 800 to 850 is considered exceptional. And here's some statistics about credit. The majority of Americans have a credit score between 300 and 629. That's not so good. 79% of credit reports have errors, according to FTC. So that's why it's important to check your credit report. 61 million Americans have poor credit. 45 million Americans have no credit score. And more than half of all Americans have been rejected for a credit card, loan, or card due to poor credit. It's kind of a mystery. Even people who've worked for the credit bureaus say that it is somewhat of a mystery, the algorithm that they use. But most people agree to the following estimation. 35% is based on your payment history. Are you paying your bills on time? 30% is based on amounts owed. This is also different depending on what type of credit is owed, because it's different for revolving credit or installment credit. 15% of your score is based on length of credit history, and this is why it can lower your score if you open a new credit card. 10% is based on new credit. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean opening up new lines of credit, but are you showing that you are using the credit you have available? So if you need more credit, rather than opening up a new card, it's wiser to call the credit cards that you have and ask them to increase your limits. And this can also be used to lower your percentage of credit owed to available credit, which is going to affect the algorithm as well. And then 10% is based on having different types of credit, revolving, installment, and mortgage, rental, utility credit. So I'm going to go over those kind of quickly. Here's some basic information that you need to know. Okay, so you have revolving, installment, and open credit. Revolving credit, it allows you to borrow up to a set credit limit and repay it partially or in full and borrow again. Examples are like home equity lines of credit or HELOC, retail stores, credit cards, that sort of thing. And you repay in minimum monthly payments, and the interest is charged on the remaining balance. The most important thing to know about revolving credit is to always pay it on time, keep your balance under 30% of whatever your limit is, and to know that paying off old closed credit accounts does not help your credit score. So they can only report it for 7 years. And so if you are making payments on an old closed account, every time you're making a payment, you could be starting that 7-year clock all over again. Now, I never tell anybody don't pay your old bills, but if you're talking about your score, that's something you need to know. And settling for less than the amount due and debt consolidation looks worse when financial institutions look at your report. I do not recommend debt consolidation. There are better ways to get your debt down. And then credit repair is the best way to get things removed. And if you insist on paying off an old debt on a closed account that's reporting to your credit, before paying it off, be sure to get a letter from the creditor in writing stating that it will be removed from all 3 credit bureaus. And don't let them tell you, oh, it's written in some small print somewhere online. The letter needs to be specific to you and your debt. And this can be used to dispute it later with the credit bureaus if they don't remove it like they promised. And for paying down current open good accounts, pay off the lowest account first, then roll that payment over into the next lowest and continue from lowest to highest, increasing the amount that you're paying. And this method has the quickest impact to your credit score. And also don't close old accounts. Like you pay it off and you're like, okay, good, I'm going to close that account. It will actually hurt your credit to close a good open account. But it's better to close your own account than to have a bank close it on you. But try to use them occasionally for small purchases and that sort of thing. How am I doing on time, Santa Papa John? Oh, I'm about to run out. Okay, I'm going to go over installment credit and then I'm going to kind of skip all the way down to the end. Installment credit is like close-ended credit. It's like a loan, like for, let's see, a car payment, mortgage, that sort of thing. It's a fixed monthly payment, principal and interest until the loan is paid off. So the main thing that you need to know about this is that one of the biggest misconceptions is when people say they need to pay off their car or their installment loan. Paying off installment loans early can actually lower your credit score. Credit bureaus want to see that the consumer can make regular payments over a period of time. And if you're paying higher payments, say you just want it to go, faster, put your additional payment to the principal, not the interest. So I'm going to stop here. I really wanted to spend more time. 1 second here. Stop share. And then, can't do that. I'm going to put my information up here. Give me just 1 second.
That was a short but very impactful presentation.
Yeah,
So thank you.
Thank you. I have loads of information, and probably what is better is to actually set up a one-to-one with me and I can go over a lot of information with you. I like to help people. People get so hung up on their credit, not realizing that that's actually not the biggest problem that they have. The biggest problem is they need to be working on, hang on, let me see if it'll let me do this. If I hit present, do y'all see the full screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my information, but people need to be working on setting up their retirement and things that you don't know when you could die. You need to get your life insurance in place and things like that. And we can work on debt and credit related issues later. So I am a WealthWave associate, but I'm also a Legal Shield associate. I have all these tools in my rocket ship because the future starts today, not tomorrow. But I have Rental Karma, can help report your rental payments to your credit, help increase your credit score, and also do business loans with Rock Financial. So let's move on here. Next week's spotlight speaker is Terry Moore. And our inspirational thought for today is, I choose to live by choice, not chance. To be motivated, not manipulated. To be useful, not used. To make changes, not excuses. To excel, not compete. I choose self-esteem, not self-pity. I choose to listen to my inner voice, not to the random opinion of others. I saw that and I thought that's a good kind of creed to live by.
Amen.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for being here today, especially the new people. We want you to come back next week. I'm gonna stop sharing so we can open it up to announcements and testimonials. Can y'all see? Is it gone?
Uh-huh.
All right, awesome. I just want to thank everybody for being here. Tatiana, it's great to have you. Daniel, so happy to have you too. Let's see who else is new. Joshua, is this your, I think I asked you already. You've been here before, right? Or no? No,
No.
it's your. So we always love having new people here, but hope you will come back and continue to network with us. We have new people almost every week.
We
So,
do. Yeah.
um,
That's encouraging.
announcements.
Oh, yeah, I got one.
I have a
Oh.
question.
Yeah.
I have a question, Angela. Oh, what if you have a credit card and you pay it off every month? Does that affect your credit score?
Yes, makes it go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you want to do that. You just want to keep it below 30%, your charges. No, but that actually is a great thing to do. I have a whole,
30%.
I don't,
30% of what? 30%
whatever your limit is. If your limit's $1,000, don't ever charge more than 300 on it. I mean, you can charge more than 300, okay? But make sure that when you pay it off, that the balance, that you make your payment, that you bring that balance down below 30%.
Well, if you pay it off, you don't have a balance.
That's right. But I'm just saying, as far as the available credit to how much you actually have charged on that revolving account. And just remember, installment, you don't want to pay those off early. I mean, you may need to or you want to, and it's too much burden on you, but it's not going to help your score. So
good to know. So I have a question.
Harry.
Okay, so I have a testimonial for Angela because she and I were talking, and I had two dogs that had health problems. I have a bill with Care Credit for over $8,000. And one thing that happened when they did the promotion, I could not keep up with all that. So December, I get slapped with an interest charge of over $1,000. That took my credit down to fair. Okay. And I worked really hard to get my credit, but she gave me one solid advice. Call that company, ask them for a credit increase, because I didn't know if my dog was going to live longer or not. Unfortunately, she didn't. And so they gave me a $400 credit increase, which knocked my credit score back up to excellent. So that definitely does work. So thank you for that. The other testimony I have is for Natalie. I just purchased one of her shakes from Shaklee. This is my probably fifth order. I tell you what, these shakes, they do not taste like grain. They do not taste like crummy. They're very, very good, and they're very smooth, and they mix really well in a blender. And I have one more thing. I have an event coming up April 23rd. This is for the women. It's called Courage on Fire, Living the Passion You Desire. And if you need, if you need more passion and fire in your business or your life, this is an event that I'm very, very happy to host. It's going to be online. All the information is in the chat. I'll be talking about it every Monday prior up to the event. And thank you again, Angela, for taking my place. And that's why I'm talking loud, because I'm moving my voice over my highness. So I'll be here
Glad
next
you
week.
get a rest on your Mike. You have a announcement.
Yes, I'd like to announce my upcoming workshop. As you know, I run a monthly workshop, Storytelling for Solopreneurs, and Angela, I believe I'll see you there next week.
Yes.
Some people say, wow, it was so great, but now I realize I've got such a long way to go. So I've added an advanced workshop. It's such a 3-hour event, and that's paid. It's $47. In the future, it's going to be a whole lot more than that. But for now, it's this coming Thursday at noon Eastern. We go deep, actually develop the story, so it'll be ready for the next time you present. I'm going to leave the link there. It's this Thursday. So register now. Thanks.
Yeah, awesome. Anybody else have anything, any announcements?
Well, if I may reiterate my talk with Dr. Tanya, I'll just say that she started out as with a degree in nutrition. Then she worked with sports medicine. Then she went back and got her PhD in functional medicine. She's had 20 years in health. She's excellent. And she gives very practical advice. And it's not, she doesn't even mention our company name or anything. It's just really tremendous. If somebody is inflammation is the precursor of most every disease. And so, somebody, I'd love to be in touch with them. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Well, thank you everybody for being here today. Any takeaways or any impressions from our new members? Anybody have anything they want to say? Yes. Okay. 2 thumbs up. That's good. All right. Well, I hope y'all are all.
Them to save the chat.
Yes, save the chat. If you don't know how
Yeah.
to do it, you open up the chat down in the bottom. If you put your information in there, you know how to do that. But where it says All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection Online, and there's 3 dots next at the top of the chat, you click on those 3 dots and it'll say Save Chat. Click on Save Chat and it'll create a document folder called Zoom, and it'll put it in there. So mine usually puts the name of the date and the name of the meeting and everything on it as well. And if you don't know how to do it, just send me an email. My email is on my website, which I put in the chat. Send me an email and I will be happy to send you the chat. I did that for somebody here just recently. Forget who it was. But anyways, yeah. And I've had some great one-to-ones. Everybody set up meetings one-to-one, get to meet. I met with Tatiana this week, Barry, Mike. Who else did I meet with this week? Greg, Rick. I think Rick, did you and I meet this week? No, not this
A couple weeks ago.
Couple weeks ago. Jay, set those one-to-ones, because you never know who somebody else knows, even if you think,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be interested in what I do. It's not about that. It's about getting to know people. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. And I don't try to sell to the people that I know. I don't try to get them to use my services or anything like that. I just try to let them know what I do, so that if they know somebody, that I can help.
Yes. Hey, Rick, while I got you here, if you can reach out to me through my email, not LinkedIn or Alignable, because I'm not on there all the time. I know you and I wanted to set up a time.
Wonderful, Terry. Will do. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
And thank you, Angela.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
thanks.
Joshua, where are you located again?
Arvada, Colorado, but I also work
Colorado.
remotely.
Colorado, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My son's been wanting to get into creating new video games and that sort of thing. Sounds like that's something you could help with. All right, everybody, give a huge wave, and I am going to hit stop record and smile.